Thanks, Dad.
Thank you. You're there for them. We're here for you. Find free care guides to support you and your loved one at aarp.org/caregiving. That's aarp.org/caregiving. A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Our connections make powerful things happen, uniting individuals and communities. We are Rotary. We are people of action. And together, we turn great ideas into reality by accessing our networks, our experience, and the best of ourselves to make a difference. Around the world, Rotary brings leaders together to build new friendships and to solve problems. Like in Austria, where generations work side by side to build sustainable housing and community centers. In India, volunteers run a mobile blood bank to help provide a steady blood supply for their local community. And in Taiwan, people are working hard to get vulnerable citizens the support and services they need. With over 1 million members, we know what people can do when they come together. Take action with us. Find out more at rotary.org/action.
Imagine a generation.
A generation of respect.
Of acceptance. Of diversity.
Special Olympics athletes are leading a revolution of inclusion.
If inclusion is your thing, let us know.
Sign the Inclusion Pledge at jointherevolution.org.
Got a news tip? Send it to us at news@mybasin.com.
104.3 and 960 Sports is KLAD Klamath Falls and K282CB Klamath Falls, the Basin Sports Leader.
Welcome back in. Peter Sampson in for JC. It's the bald-faced truth. The Brooklyn Nets being fined $25,000 for, quote, failure to comply with league policies governing injury reporting. The league made the announcement yesterday. They did not specify why the Nets were fined, but I can tell you why. Because last Saturday night against the Pacers, the Nets sat 8 rotation players. And that included Kyrie, Kevin Durant, Ben Simmons. And, of course, the league hates this because fans purchase tickets for the game expecting to see those stars, and they feel shortchanged. And this comes up every year from someone. Of course, Greg Popovich back in the day with Duncan and Manu and Tony Parker was sort of the originator of this. I dealt with this once. When I was a season ticket holder, I gave one of my employees, she was a huge Spurs fan. She didn't have a ton of money, and I said, here, you and your husband, go to the Spurs game. Enjoy. And, oh my gosh, thank you so much. And she gets in my seats, and then the 3 stars, rest day. So, well, I hope you had fun. So the Nets decided to rest anyone. And this was the second of a back-to-back. I get why fans are upset. It's just the way of the league. But, I mean, ultimately, if teams can get fined for this, there needs to be some sort of understanding or a rule or something where the league and the teams, the coaches, the training staffs can sort of come to a middle ground here.
Yeah, it is. It's one of those questions because it's like we know there's facts and science around it where in the NBA it's beneficial to not play every game and it's beneficial to not play 40 plus minutes a night. So at some point, like, they're gonna have to take days off, but at the same time, like, it's not necessarily on a schedule. It's like spur of the moment type thing. So it's so hard to like be completely 100% accurate with your injury report. I don't know, man. It's just kind of a little pettiness out of all the league, the teams, everybody. But it's the NBA for you.
And
drama.
the real answer is they need to shorten the season to like 66 games, but they're never going to give up that revenue ever. The players won't do it, even though there would probably be more support from the players than the owners. The owners, absolutely not. And already, I mean, I love the idea of a midseason tournament, but I mean, they're looking to add, not subtract. Now, there is a team that has taken this to the extreme. That's going to be part of the 5 at 5, which is coming up in about 90 seconds. You're not going to want to miss this. This is hilarious to me, what the Miami Heat are doing. It's all part of the 5 at 5, hour number 2 in the books. We will be back in just a minute. You're not going to want to miss that. I've got the 5 at 5. I've got Steph Curry news.
104.3 and 960 Sports, KLAD Klamath Falls, K282CB Klamath Falls, a Basin Media active radio station.
Portland, your home of Dan Patrick. Weekdays 6 to
104.3 and 960 Sports and Lithia Jeep Chrysler Dodge of Klamath Falls presents Oregon Tech Lady Owls basketball. Today's game is brought to you by Lake of the Woods Resort, Coldwell Banker Holman Premier Realty, your local Les Schwab Tire Centers, Abby's Pizza, Quail Mountain Coffee Company, Pepsi Cola, Rowe Credit Union, Klamath Falls Toyota, Phil Kensler, your local State Farm agent, Klamath Falls Subaru, Wainema Electric, Papa Murphy's Pizza, Coastal Farm and Ranch Store, the award-winning Running Y Ranch Resort, Howard's Meat Center, My Mechanic, Pacific Power, Basin Telecom and Basin Alarm, Main Street Jewelers, Lithia Jeep Chrysler Dodge of Klamath Falls, Applebee's, Sky Lakes Medical Center, Clamoya Casino, Academy Mortgage, Klamath Falls Honda, the Oregon Army National Guard, Pacific Electric Contractors, The Days Inn, Turn Tom Pointez Tire, Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union, Harbor Isle Tennis and Fitness, and Mountain Mike's Pizza.
Last Saturday night was a tough one for the Oregon Tech women's basketball team as Southern Oregon handed the Lady Owls a loss at Danny Miles Court. Fast forward 6 days to tonight as Oregon Tech looks to rebound as they open the first of 2 weekend games tonight against Northwest University. Glad you could join us here on the pregame show. Mike Sanford with you. Bobby Thompson will join me here in a bit. Oregon Tech comes into play tonight with a 5-4 record, 1-2 in league play as they look to try to even their mark in Cascade Conference action. Northwest comes in with a 2-4 record overall. They won their last conference game. It was against Walla Walla University, but it's an Eagles team that has struggled offensively throughout this 2022-23 season, last in every statistical category in the Cascade Conference. We'll break it down with head coach Paul Poach as the Coaches Show. That's coming up next. Glad you could join us tonight on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
Coastal Farm and Ranch, we're just what the country needs. We take pride in our work, pride in our service. We built our business on integrity. We're all part of a working family. Coastal Farm and Ranch, we're just what the country needs.
I'm Chris Walker, General Manager of Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Klamath Falls.
I'm Juan Maldonado, General Manager of Klamath Falls Toyota. The Hustlin' Owls have set high standards for performance on the court and in the classroom.
It's an honor to align our Lithia brands with these outstanding young people. Join us at Danny Miles Court for every game this season.
Klamath Falls Toyota, where experience is everything.
Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram. If you live here, you get it.
Let's show the world how the Hustlin' Owls roll.
Like most backseat drivers, I'm all about safety. Dad, pothole.
Got it.
So Les Schwab Tires makes my job easy. With surfaces like brakes, steering, and alignment. Those cheap tire centers just throw on tires, and that's it. Now, I'm not telling people how to do their job. Linker. I'm just glad Les Schwab takes safety as seriously as me.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires. Celebrating 70 years of doing the right thing.
It's in Park, right?
We're here at Howard's Meat Center, standing in front of the meat case right now and looking at some of the different options for meal.
Yeah, we have a large variety of stuffed chicken breasts, ranged from a cordon bleu to a chicken chili relleno, also the Santa Fe chicken. We also have something for the stovetop with the chicken fajitas or the beef fajitas. And then, of course, your crock pot meals, pork shoulder roast. We have those seasoned or plain, beef chuck roast, which works out really nice.
You're looking for an idea for a meal tonight? Think about Howard's Meat Center. Something great is always in the case here.
I'm Randy Shaw, broker and owner of Coldwell Banker Holman Premier Realty. Over 30 years ago, Hank Holman made farm and ranch real estate priority one at our company. What made Hank successful were his honesty, integrity, and knowledge of all things farm and ranch. Hank is the reason that we are experts on soils, yields, well capacities, water policy, sustainable grazing, and a whole lot more. Most importantly, Hank taught us that farm and ranch real estate is a people business. a trust business. Agriculture is the engine that drives our basin's economy. Hank knew it then, and we know it now. Coldwell Banker Home and Premier Realty, the place where you come first. Visit us at cbhomeandpremier.com to search for properties or find a real estate professional.
It's time for the Oregon Tech Coaches Show. Bobby Thompson and Mike Safford sit down with head coach Paul Podich. Brought to you by your local Coastal Farm and Ranch store. Now Mike Safford and the voice of the Owls, Bobby Thompson.
Scored the first of two today as the Lady Owls get set to take on Northwest University. Head coach Paul Poach stops by, and Paul, it was a tough one last Saturday against Southern Oregon. It came out, kept it tight in the first quarter, and then just literally ran into a buzzsaw, and you could definitely tell the experience that Southern Oregon has on the court.
Yeah, Southern's a very good basketball team, and took it to us after the first quarter. It was 10-6 after the first quarter, and kind of took it to us. And those are tough games to as a player, as a coach, as a fan, but they happen. And like I told the kids the next day in practice, that's on me. That's as a coach. You don't blame 18, 19, 20-year-old young women or men. I'll take the responsibility for us to getting better. And as coaches, we went back and working on some things this week. But those are, if you've been around the game long enough, you're going to have those games on both sides of it. You're going to be on the winning side of those rear end kicking, and sometimes you're on the wrong side of it. They don't feel good. I don't think anyone's happy about it, but it's one game out of 28 games, and you can't focus on that game. You got to pick yourself up, just like in life, and you got to move on and go to work the next day. And our kids have been great. They've worked hard all week. We've worked on some things. I'm looking forward to getting back on the court tonight, and hopefully showing a little bit of effort and offensive and defensively, and coaching. I think it's all gamut to that, but it's over and done with, and we're moving on.
We talked with Olivia Sprague at halftime last week, and one of the questions that I asked her was talking about the speed of the play, especially with the press and jump that Southern Oregon likes to do, and it was something that you and I had talked about, the fact that you can't practice that until the game starts, and then all of a sudden you realize how quick things are.
Yeah, and people need to understand that we had at one point in time, I think we had 4 freshmen on the floor. We're playing Olivia Sprague at the point, who's never played point in her life probably, and she's done a great job for us. And again, our kids made some mistakes. Yeah, as I told the kids, it is on coaches, and we need to do a better job in stepping up. It's not on the kids. They tried their hearts out, and again, it's one game. It's over and done with, and we've put that behind us, and hopefully they'll learn from it. Not only as coaches, but also as players. Sometimes you've got to do some certain things differently on the court. Southern Oregon is a very, very physical team, a very good team. I look forward to playing them again.
It was great to get the kids who didn't get a chance to make that trip to Eastern Oregon and to College of Idaho back on the floor, especially Melissa Lee. You could see a little bit of rust, after having not played for a couple weeks, but really proved that physicality, especially inside. Had 9 rebounds against a good rebounding team, and again, you won the battle on the boards.
Yeah. We've done a good job on the boards, and of course we missed a lot of shots, so we had an opportunity to rebound the ball a little bit more. But it was great to have Melissa back. And we had Melissa and Gab, Ebony, and Chelsea. They were down and out. They were sick, and there was rust on all of them. And they've had a good week of practice. We made a few tweaks in terms of some starting lineups a little bit. Trying to get the ball. We need to share the load. Olivia can't have the whole load the whole time, and obviously Maddie's been solid the whole time, and Melissa, has been there. I think Key and some of those other younger kids, Alex, Alexis, Kaylee, they've tried to shoulder some of the weight on what we need to do. But it's been on Olivia, and we need to give her some help. And I think this week we've done that with some changes, and I look forward to seeing it on the court.
We'll talk about the Northwest University Eagles when we come back. The first of 2 games for the Lady Owls at home this weekend to close out the 2022 portion of the home schedule. Paul Poach will rejoin us when we come back. We're live here from Danny Miles Court on 104.3 960 Sports.
Coastal Farm and Ranch, we're just what the country needs. We take pride in our work, pride in our service. We built our business on integrity. We're all part of a working family. Coastal Farm and Ranch, we're just what the country needs.
Feeding and watering, building, tending, and mending, one foot in front of the other, day after day, season after season. At Coastal, we're proud to say we've walked a mile or two in boots just like yours. That's why our stores are stocked with everything you need by folks who care. Find your store or shop now at coastalcountry.com with shipments to your door, in-store, or curbside. We are Coastal, and we're just what the country needs.
At Papa Murphy's, we know family time is more important than ever. And our family wants to do all we can to help your family. So we're making it easier to get pizza made from scratch that you bake at home by offering online ordering everywhere and delivery and curbside pickup where we can. So you can keep family time as normal as possible. Papa Murphy's, we're in this together.
So, we're working on us this week versus Northwest, and we hope that we can play our game, and we'll be successful hopefully with that. But Northwest is well coached. Guys have been there for a long time and done a good job. Their kids play hard, and again, their system has been a successful system for years, and he's kind of implemented it so the kids know what to expect when they get there. As in our system, we're learning it and trying to get better on it. It's been more about us this week than Northwest, to be honest with you.
I'm a numbers guy, so I sit there and look, and the big number that really stands out to me is the fact that Northwest doesn't create a whole lot of turnovers on the season, but they commit a lot of turnovers. Does that change any of your defensive philosophy? Maybe see a little bit more press this week?
Well, yeah, we've kind of changed it. We looked at our half-court trap a little bit and kind of tweaked it a little bit. We'll probably start in our 22 after makes. We have a 12 hot full court. We'll throw that at them once in a while. But defensively, we're trying to put a little more pressure on that high-low pass so they can't dump it down. And we're gonna move Gabby Gaspon into the starting point guard. We got to get her a little more experience there. It relieves Liv a little bit at the point. Doesn't mean that Livy's not coming back to point, because she will this game. And I think bringing Key off the bench gives us a little more experience versus bringing some of those rooks off the bench, and I think that'll help with our rotation. But Northwest, they have shown the press a little bit, but they don't stand it very long. And so we hope to create some pressure and try to get up and down and use our depth versus they play 7 or 8 kids and versus that, and hopefully be successful with that.
How much is the size advantage with Madison Toll in the paint? How's that going to play tonight?
They have some kids that they have a 6'1" girl that is good, and even their 5'10", 5'11" gals, they have 3 or 4 of them. They post up strong. They work on that. I love Maddie. I'll take her over any big in the league. And even the kids that Kaylee and Alexis and Alex, they're going to have some good nights tonight too in terms of putting pressure on that middle pass. They're the ones that probably play in the middle of the zone. But I'm looking. I wish we could have played Sunday, to be honest with you. After what happened on Saturday, I wanted to get back on the court, and we've had 4 or 5 days to prepare. I can't ask any more of this group of kids in terms of their attitude, their work ethic. Do they make some mistakes? Absolutely, and I can tell you it's not on purpose. And I was really pleased with this group's effort the entire week in terms of what they came to practice, busting their fanny, trying to get better, trying to improve on some things that we need to work on. And this is a special group in terms of just their attitude and their work ethic. And I'm happy to be part of it this year, and I'm looking forward to tonight.
What's your big key tonight? I know you have a bunch of things always written on the board, but what's the number one thing that you're going to hope to focus on?
Well, I think we need to put some pressure on them defensively, not only in the half-court pressure, but on the full-court pressure. And we need to get out and run a little bit. I think we can push the ball a little bit on this group. I'm looking forward to having Gab run the point for part of the game. I know Liv's going to be there the other part of it. But I'm looking forward to seeing us push the ball, getting up and down, and the defensive pressure, half court and full court is kind of our keys tonight.
Appreciate your time, Paul. Let's go get a win.
All right, thank you.
That's the head coach of the Lady Owls, Paul Poach, here on the pregame show. Bobby Thompson will join me when we come back. We're live from Danny Miles Court on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
Biggest car sale of the year. So if you're tired of inflated prices and have been waiting for the right time to buy, well, now is the time. Lithia Ford, Lithia Toyota, and Lithia Dodge in Clement Falls have joined forces to give you the best present ever this holiday season. Over 350 used vehicles all priced below KBB retail, and over 150 new vehicles priced at or below MSRP. It's our largest selection of years. Plus, and no payments for 120 days. Don't miss the Lithia Clement Falls Auto Group's biggest car sale of the year.
Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager of Clown Falls Honda and Clown Falls Subaru. I've lived here my whole life. Most of our employees have lived here their whole life too. Our sales, service, parts, and body shop teams are all staffed with experienced local folks. You know them and they know you. Our dealerships are comfortable and not corporate. Comfortable means we're focused on you. I'm Rob, and I'm glad to know you.
These days, you can eat about any kind of pizza in any kind of environment, and that's great. But at Abby's, our customers today want the same things our customers wanted way back in 1964. Delicious pizza, shared with family and friends in a fun, casual setting. If that sounds old-fashioned, that's sort of the point. From our 36 locations, Abby serves the kind of traditional pizza that traditions are made of. Good to the last slice. Abby's, a legendary pizza tradition. Yum.
From our humble beginning, serving members from a small garage, to today, serving communities across Southern Oregon, Rogue Credit Union was founded on the idea that together, we're stronger. For over 60 years, Rogue has been living, giving, supporting local, committed to lending a hand. Where you're more than just an auto loan or checking account, you're an owner, just like our founders intended back in that small garage in 1956. Living local, it's a Rogue thing.
Casino. Deck the halls with cash drawings and win up to $1,000 cash. Win up to $200 cash playing Let It Snow Sunday Hot Seats. Thursday Magic Elves Kiosk. Win up to $100 cash. And on Christmas Day, you'll be rocking around the Christmas tree to win up to $200 cash and a silver bar. Stay and play at Clamoya Casino in Chiloquin, where winning comes naturally.
There's a collision happening between science and innovation, environment and technology. thriving together in a place you might not have heard of. But the ones who discover us, they're the originators, working and learning in living labs that produce life-changing results and developing innovations that will change the next millennium. There's a collision happening. Be part of it. Be Oregon Tech.
Would you say it's Maya or Maya Duchesne?
Maya.
Maya, thank you.
Stand by. Friends, back here at Danny Miles Court in Klamath Falls, Mike Safford, the Hall of Famer Bobby Thompson, Northwest University, and Oregon Tech on the women's side to start things off today. And BT, I know Paul Poach, you heard it in his interview just moments ago, the fact that they wanted to get a chance to get back out on the floor after that tough loss against Southern Oregon last Saturday night.
Yeah, that was a pretty one-sided game the way it worked out, Mike. Southern Oregon just lit it up. Everything they did worked, and I can see why the gals are glad to get back out to another game.
As he mentioned in the interview, Tech going to have a little different starting lineup here this evening. First time we'll see Gabby Gascon in a starting role, as she will play the point primarily tonight. They will move Olivia Sprague, the conference's leading scorer, into a two-guard position, and the way that she can score the basketball, really like that idea by Paul Pope.
Yeah, that's a good idea, because you put her at the two, and it would not surprise me to see her 30-some points.
And she has the ability to be able to do that. Northwest, a team, and you and I were looking at the roster. 21 players. Ken Crawford, who's been there a long time at Northwest, has brought 9 here to the Klamath Basin tonight, and leaving one of his top players, Kylie Lunde, a 6'1 junior post. She is not with the team tonight. It's going to be Kyron Backlund, a grad transfer from Southeastern University, as she and Maya Duchesne going to be the two really to try to lead the way for an Eagles team that comes in 2-4 on the season and just 1-2 in conference play, and a team that Oregon Tech on paper looks like they should beat.
Yeah, on paper, but you know how paper goes with you and me. It just doesn't go a long way.
And that's exactly the case. Tech, as I mentioned, new starting lineup tonight. Other games around the league this evening. There are some good ones. Not many, though, as it is College of Idaho. They're playing host to Multnomah tonight. It is Warner Pacific. They are at Eastern Oregon. And Southern Oregon, in moments, they will be taking on who we'll see tomorrow in Lewis Clark State. The other games in the Willamette Valley will be played on Saturday and on Sunday. We'll take our final time out of the pregame show. We come back. Scott Allen will have the starting lineups, and we'll have the tip-off. Lady Owls and Northwest next here on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires. I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So let's right here.
Don't stress, just save up to $200 on select tires with financing at our Les Schwab Fall Tire Sale. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
It's our biggest car sale of the year. So if you're tired of inflated prices and have been waiting for the right time to buy, well, now is the time. Lithia Ford, Lithia Toyota, and Lithia Dodge and Klamath Falls have joined forces to give you the best prices ever this holiday season. Over 350 used vehicles, all priced below KBB retail. And over 150 new vehicles priced at or below MSRP. It's our largest selection of years. Plus, and no payments for 120 days. Don't miss the Lithia Klamath Falls Auto Group's biggest car sale of the year.
At Papa Murphy's, we know family time is more important than ever. And our family wants to do all we can to help your family. So we're making it easier to get pizza made from scratch that you bake at home by offering online ordering everywhere and delivery and curbside pickup where we can. So you can keep family time as normal as possible. Papa Murphy's, we're in this together.
From our humble beginning serving members from a small garage to today serving communities across Southern Oregon, Rogue Credit Union was founded on the idea that together we're stronger. For over 60 years, Rogue has been living, giving, supporting local, committed to lending a hand. Where you're more than just an auto loan or checking account, you're an owner, just like our founders intended back in that small garage in 1956. Living local, it's a Rogue thing.
Student athletes, coaches, and spectators, we request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, derogatory comments, or any other intimidating remarks or actions directed at student athletes, officials, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated. Conduct that is inappropriate will be grounds for removal from the site of competition. Conduct that is always inappropriate is use of profanity, use of derogatory comments or intimidating remarks, singling out any athlete, coach, official, or team in any negative way, approaching any member of the officiating team at any time prior to, during, or after any contest. Oregon Tech would like to thank you for your cooperation. Now, good luck to both teams.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Oregon Institute of Technology and Danny Miles Court. Tonight, the Eagles of Northwest University face off with your Oregon Tech Lady Owls. Before we announce tonight's starting lineups, we ask that you please rise. Gentlemen, remove your caps for the playing of the Star-Spangled Banner. We start off the evening with tonight's Lithia starting lineups. First, the visitors, the Eagles of Northwest University in Kirkland, Washington. Starting at guard, a 5'9" graduate student from Bellingham, Washington, number 5, Kyrie Pathway. At forward, a 5'11" junior from Eagle River, Alaska, number 10.
Back here from Danny Miles Court to the public address announcer, Scott Allen.
California, number 11, Maddie Tull. And at guard, the 5'5" true freshman from Jackson, California, number 12, Gabby Gascon. And at forward, the 6'1" junior from Elko, Nevada, Battle-born 15, Alexis Elquist. And at forward, the 5'11" senior, Napa Vine, Washington, 31, Melissa Lee. Your lady.
Our starting lineups here tonight from Danny Miles Court. Again, it'll be Sprague, Toll, Gascon, along with Elquist and Lee for Oregon Tech. Backlund, Harder, Arroyo, Duchesne, and Fleming, the 5 for the squad from Northwest University. Glad he could join us here tonight for the play-by-play, the Hall of Famer, Bobby Thompson.
Hey, thank you very much, Mike Stafford. Owls will be going from left to right if you're on radio, and right to left if you are on Magic Vision. Tex get the ball to the front court after controlling the tip. Go over the side, now back out to Gascon on top, over to Sprague. In the middle, Matty Tull drives, rolls to the hoop, lay it up, score it. 2-0, Oregon Tech.
Talk about a nice, easy play that time, Bobby. Just got it into space for Matty Tull and just drove the baseline.
Tech putting on pressure in the backcourt. Northwest breaks it, gets to the front court. Pass intended for Harder is knocked out of bounds by Oregon Tech's Matty Tull. So they'll put the ball in play. Tech leading on the opening possession scoring, lead 2-0. Get the ball in. Now they go to the middle. Now foul line jump on the way. Wow, that was dead center on that shot there, taken by Grace Harder.
Well, for Northwest, that's the key, making shots. They have struggled with that, Bobby, this season, making just 32% of their field goals and only 20% of their three-point shots on the season. They're dead last in every offensive category in the conference.
Gascon, top of the key, gives it inside to Elquist, back to Gascon for three. Bingo! That was a switcherooski. Very impressive for the true freshman.
And they gave her some space there to take that jump shot, and she buried it.
5-2 Tech. Nice steal. Olivia Sprague gets it ahead to Lee. Lee drives down, bounce pass ahead, put the ball off the glass, and down by Matty Tull. And this does not look like the team that played Southern Oregon.
What a quick start for the Lady Owls, picking it up offense and defense here in the first 90 seconds.
7-2, Tech the lead, the ball in the hands, and a long three ball on the way off the back of the iron, taken by Backlund. Rebound tipped around, picked up finally by Harder. Now she gets it back out to Backlund. Backlund gives it back to Harder, and Harder's going to be called for travel. 8:20 remaining here in the first quarter of play, just underway from Danny Miles Court. First of two games tonight. The men will follow at 7:30, and the women right now are hot as a firecracker.
They definitely are, Bobby. They're facing a team, as I mentioned, Northwest has struggled offensively on the season. They average just 50 points a game, number one. They give up on average nearly 70. And so the biggest key for Oregon Tech right now is the ability to play at the tempo that they need to. And it looks like they don't like the basketball. I think the Owls have shot the basketball out of the basketball.
I was wondering what they were putting it up to their ear and shaking it. Now, what is that supposed to do?
I'm wondering if maybe the plug, the air plug, may have had dislodged just a little bit, but hopefully this ball will go the same way the other one did for the Lady
no
Owls.
kidding. All right, they get it in. Sprague and Gaston get the ball across to the front court. Back to Gabby. Gabby hits it over to Olivia Sprague. Sprague drives to the baseline, terminates the dribble, back out to Gaston. Now over on the far side to Lee, and to Matty Tull in trouble. Gets it back out to Gabby. Now over to Lee, or over to Sprague for three. Off the iron, no good. Rebound, Matty Tull. Oh, would not go down. Went around the rim. Came out right into the hands of Northwest University, and that was Harder. Bring it back to the front court is Duchesne. Long three ball, short off the iron. Rebound comes to Duchesne. Her shot is also short. Rebound knocked out of bounds, and they say the ball will go back to Oregon Tech as it was last touched by Northwest University. So Tech will put the ball in play under pressure from Northwest. Gabby with it, pass up ahead. with the ball. Now back to Gabby, into the front court to Sprague. Livy drives to the right-hand side. Back out to Gascon, launches an NBA three. That one just off the iron, wouldn't go. Had the distance, but it was cleared off by Northwest. Back to the front court they come to Chesney. Goes down along the baseline with the ball to Fleming. Now back out on top to Backlund. Over along the right-hand side, trapped in the middle. Now they get it back over. The left-hander puts it up from three. No good. That was Fleming. Rebound, they get it up again. Shot again, no good by Fleming. Rebound, Oregon Tech. Give the ball up to Gascon. Gabby will bring it up to the front court. Gabby right-hand side to Sprague. Olivia holds it overhead, comes back out on top to Gascon. Northwest playing a zone. Get it back over. Sprague drives down baseline. Gets it back out. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Back to Sprague again. Wants to drive behind the back dribble. Get it into Maddie Toll. She's tied up on the play. And the possession arrow is in favor of Northwest, so that'll be a turnover for Oregon Tech. And Northwest will head the other way. No one has scored since they put the new ball in play.
The key, Bobby, for Oregon Tech against that zone, they've got to move the basketball. Being a little stagnant with the passing, you got to move it side to side to be able to shift that zone.
All right, Northwest comes to the front court with the ball. Fleming. We've got a whistle and a foul is going to be called. Let's go on Melissa Lee, picks up the first foul.
You see the look on her face? She was like, what? I didn't do anything.
Yeah, that's what I saw. I didn't see it myself, so I agree with Melissa. All right, they put the ball back in play, get it inside, tipped away by Tech, picked up by Gascon. Gabby comes to the front court. Gabby comes right-hand side, a long shot on the way by Sprague, off the iron, no good. The rebound comes to Melissa Lee, back out to Gabby Gascon, back over to Lee, she'll try a three. That one's short off the iron, no good. And the rebound cleared off by Northwest, and that's Duchesne. Now they get it out on top for a long three ball, no good by Backlund, and now we have a whistle, and a foul is going to be called against Northwest. And the foul is going to go against Katie Fleming. Fleming picks up the personal foul, so each team now with one foul in the game. Tech's leading at 7-2, but neither team has scored for a couple of minutes.
That new ball is not wanting to go through the twine.
Most definitely, Michael. And Gabby loses the handle, bounced it right off of her toe. Northwest is going to go for a breakaway, lay it up and in. Basket going to Duchesne. And cuts the Tech margin back to 3 at 7-4. Tech beats the press into the front court. Melissa Lee passes down. Long three ball on the way. Off the iron, no good. This time by Elquist. Rebound put back up, no good by Tull. Elquist again. This one will roll around and it still won't go down. And now we're going to have a jump ball. Possession or should go to Oregon Tech.
Actually, I think it's going to be a foul called.
Oh, they did call a foul? Well, you're right. Never argue with a man that knows what he's talking about.
It's going to go on Arroyo, it looks like.
Mara Arroyo Sanchez picks up the personal foul. Gascon comes out of the game. Into the game for Oregon Tech is going to be Kennedy Tull. And now that will push back Sprague probably to the point guard. Maddie Tull underneath. Couldn't get a shot away. Northwest comes up. They come down 2-on-1. High pass. And it's almost intercepted. It is tipped away by Lee comes up with it after it was tipped over her by Kennedy Tull. Now Kennedy Tull takes a long three off the iron, no good. Rebound to her older sister. Get it back now down to Lee. Lee backs her way in, puts it up. That one will not go. Lee is now going to be tied up, and she pulls away with the ball. They get it back over again. Now they get it back down the side to Maddie Tull. She puts it up and scores it.
Hey, it went in.
So if you don't score, try again. And after about 4 shots, Tech got it to go down, and they lead by 5, 9-4. Northwest to the front court. Harder with the ball. Now they go around to the other side, and the ball into the hands of Marshall, who came into the game. Marshall gives it up on top to Harder, back over right in front of us. The basketball to Duchesne. Now they wing it around the outside, and a long three ball. This one high off the air. Bounces, will not go down for Backlund. Rebound cleared off by Lee. Lee gives it up to Olivia Sprague, who will bring it to the front court with 4:18 remaining in quarter number 1. Ball down along the baseline. Oh, great pass, wide open. Oh, my goodness. Maddie Tull missed a point-blank lay-in. Rushed it. Now they come the other way. This shot misses everything, and the ball goes out of bounds. And right now, neither team is shooting worth a lick. We got a timeout. 4:03 remaining in the first quarter. 9-4 in favor of the Lady Owls.
Feeding and watering, building, tending, and mending, one foot in front of the other. day after day, season after season. At Coastal, we're proud to say we've walked a mile or two in boots just like yours. That's why our stores are stocked with everything you need by folks who care. Find your store or shop now at coastalcountry.com with shipments to your door, in-store, or curbside. We are Coastal, and we're just what the country needs.
These days, you can eat about any kind of pizza in any kind of environment, and that's great. But at Abby's, our customers today want the same things our customers wanted way back in 1964. Delicious pizza, shared with family and friends in a fun, casual setting. If that sounds old-fashioned, that's sort of the point. From our 36 locations, Abby serves the kind of traditional pizza that traditions are made of. Good to the last slice. Abby's, a legendary pizza tradition. Yum.
And that one should have been on there, right?
Back here at Danny Miles Court, Owls with a 9-4 lead. Tech, though, Bobby, 4 of 15 from the field.
Yeah, missed quite a few point-blank shots that were down close, trying to get it into the hopper, but I'll tell you, got to make some of those. All right, ball be put in play by Tech with full court pressure put on by Northwest. In the back court, to the front court comes Sprague. Sprague over to Kennedy Tull. Kennedy Tull now gives it over. They give it back on the left-hand side. Into the game now for Oregon Tech is Alex Conley. They came out of the timeout. Tech has 9 seconds to get a shot. Conley's going to jump one up from the side. It will roll around and down.
How about that?
So Alex Conley, known more for her rebounding than anything, hits that basket, and that's a great break for Tech. Ball tipped around. Tech comes up with a steal. Sprague's got it in the backcourt, gets it across the timeline. Olivia drives to the right-hand side, whirls in the lane, wants to put it up, and we're going to have a jump ball. They say they tied her up. And the possession arrow will stay in favor of Oregon Tech.
Bobby, this is a Northwest team that took Evergreen down to the limit in their last game on the road. But
yeah, that was that 65-60 game, right?
But also got beat by Lewis Clark State by 70.
Ouch.
And I know LC's good, but I don't know if they're that good.
And we have a whistle and a foul. And the foul will go against Kinsley Gallatin.
Every time I hear the word Gallatin, I think of the river and the valley up in Montana. Gorgeous country up there.
Pass comes into Sprague. 3:09 to go in the quarter. Tech leads 11-4. Goes in the middle with the ball to Elliott. Now over, and they come back out on top to Sprague. Goes to the right-hand side down to Kennedy Tull, and Kennedy Tull's off her hands and out of bounds. It'll go back to Northwest.
They were playing off of Conley at the left wing. She had a wide open shot a couple times, just didn't pull the trigger.
Get it out on top. Now with the dribble, Gallatin comes with the ball back to Marshall. Down in the corner. Gallatin now out for a long three ball on the way. No good, taken by Duchesne. Rebound cleared off for Oregon Tech by Kaylee Elliott. Gives it up to Sprague, and Sprague will come getting ready to come back in when she gets the chance. Will be the mighty might, Gabby Gascon. Got a whistle and a foul. And the foul will go against Morgan Marshall, her first personal foul. And Sprague will sit down for a rest here for probably the last 2:24 as Gascon comes back into the game. And Grace Harder sits down.
You know, Bobby, a big key for Oregon Tech getting to the free throw line. 73% shooting team from the line this season. So if they can get there, they can make hay while they're at the line.
And the first shot is good by Maddie Tull. 8-point lead, largest of the game by Tech. Can make it 9 right here. Maddie's second shot on the way, in and out, no good. Lead remains at 8, but the rebound cleared off by Elliott. Now they get it out to Gascon. Right-hand side. Driving down along the baseline, but then turning the ball over. Alex Conley. Another turnover for Tech. And here come the Eagles to the front court. They go in the middle, now over on the side right here in front of us to Gallatin. Her shot is no good. Rebound fought for, pulled off by Elliott of Oregon Tech. Gets it up to Gascon, long front court, and they get a pass underneath. Want to put it up. Maddie Toll, no, she's fouled on the play, and she'll shoot 2.
Fouls on Northwest could be an issue when you only have 9 players in uniform. You don't want some of your better players to get into foul trouble, though 5 different players have 1 foul so far right now.
Yeah, that one was charged to Emily Strojan. Substitutions coming in. Back into the game comes Backlund. Back into the game comes Fleming.
Bobby Tech with a 15-7 edge on the glass so far. Northwest just 2 of 12 shooting on the evening.
Nothing but net on the first shot by Maddie Tull. Tull in the game now with 8 points. We'll try for 9 here. Got it. And Tech leads it now. 14-4, 10-point lead, the old double digit. And Elliott comes in. Maddie Tull will get a rest. And Tech puts a little pressure now on Northwest in the backcourt. A little chess match going on here. The ball almost intercepted on a nice play there by Alex Conley. Almost wound up in my lap, but it hit the... Gerard was a little quicker on protection there. Of course, Safford, you're trying to keep stats and help me at the same time, so I'll just duck. How's that?
I saw it coming.
Okay, and that went off the hands and out of bounds by Gallatin. Turnover for Northwest. Tech certainly getting the best of this quarter. They never got the best of any quarter against Southern Oregon. First quarter was the closest they were, was 4-point difference. And now we have another foul.
It'll be the second on Gallatin.
And so Gallatin now picks up. You know, for a roster that has 18 players, as you said, and you've only got 9 that made the trip. Right, Michael?
Exactly.
Wow. Well, here's Gabby Gascon at the foul line. Her first shot is perfect. Gabby on the season now 5 for 5 at the foul line. Half pint from Jackson, California. She's a good one. Going to be a fine player here at Oregon Tech. Made them both. And it's now 16-4, Oregon Tech. North Tech trying to get out of the back court, and they finally do so. Get into the front court. Down along the baseline. Now they bring it way back out on top. Down the middle to the high post. Now they come back out looking to get a shot over here in the corner from the baseline for 3. And that was a great shot right there, taken and made by Maya Deshane.
Ended a 9-0 run by the Owls.
Cut the lead back. Oh, great pass and a great play. And I think the bucket did go, did it not?
Kennedy Tull.
To Kennedy Tull. 18-7. Here comes Northwest again, driving down underneath, lay it up, wide open. There was the shot for Paige Collins. Go the other way. Here comes Tech again. Kennedy Tull, her pass is knocked out of bounds, and they say it will go back to Oregon Tech. 21 seconds on the shot clock, 33 on the game clock right now. Back into the game comes Morgan Marshall, who's playing with 2 fouls. Tech will take it out. Elliott looking to get it in, gets it in. It's knocked out of bounds. Didn't throw it far enough to get it to Gabby Gascon. Tech got a break there that was tipped out by Northwest. 18-9 your score here in the first quarter. Kennedy Tull inbounds the ball to Gabby. Gascon gets it out on top to Elliott, turns around, throws the ball, put it up, shot on the way, no good. For Oregon Tech by Conley. Rebound pulled off by Northwest. They'll come the way. Shot clock is dead. Game clock has 15 seconds. Come over to the left-hand side with it to Backlund. Backlund clear across the other way to Deshane. Shot on the way for 3. No good on the shot taken by Fleming. Tech back the other way. Gascon give it up. Shot on the way. Good. Gascon with a great pass to Conley. And Oregon Tech will go in with a double-digit lead into the end of the first quarter. It's Oregon Tech 20 and Northwest Eagles 9.
It's our biggest car sale of the year. So if you're tired of inflated prices and have been waiting for the right time to buy, well, now is the time. Lithia Ford, Lithia Toyota, and Lithia Dodge and Clement Falls have joined forces to give you the best present ever this holiday season. Over 350 used vehicles, all priced below KBB retail. And over 150 new vehicles priced at or below MSRP. It's our largest selection in years. Plus, make no payments for 120 days. Don't miss the Lithia Clement Falls Auto Group's biggest car sale of the year.
One quarter in the books here from Danny Miles Court. Oregon Tech with a 20-9 lead over Northwest University. Lady Owls 7-20 from the field, 35%, 9 points, 3 rebounds for Maddie Toll to lead the way.
You know, Mike, one thing you look at right now when you talk about the rebounds, 17-8 in favor of Oregon Tech in the rebounding.
You'll win basketball games if you do that, Bobby.
And 9 of those are offensive rebounds. Wow. Okay, start the second quarter, 29, Tech with 11-point lead. Northwest puts the ball in play. Into the front court. Fleming now out on top with the ball to Backlund. Near side to Duchesne right in front of us. Duchesne's got it. She launches a three. She's fouled on the play. And that will be worth 3 shots as Caitlin Wright fouled her.
The fans who are watching on our live stream today could have seen Paul Poach as soon as the foul happened.
I know it.
Hands over his head going, no.
And the first shot is no good. She'll have 2 more.
Northwest just a 61% free throw shooting team.
Second shot is good by Duchesne. So is the third. So they got 2 out of it. Now it cuts the lead back to single digits. It's 20-11. Front court comes Tech. Way out on top is Sprague. Right-hand side Lee. In the middle to Kent. Over on the far side. Shot no good. Taken by Wright. Rebound cleared off by Northwest. They come to the front court in a hurry. Give it up to Backlund. Over to about a 10-footer. In and out of the hopper. No good. Taken by Fleming. Rebound Tech. Here comes Sprague. Put it off the glass and down. Olivia Sprague. And I'll tell you, that's her first bucket. First quarter, she did not have a basket. That's her first one. Tech by 11. Shot for 3 on the way. No good by Duchesne. Rebound saved, but she stepped out of bounds. And that would be Arroyo. Stepped out of bounds. 20-11. Tech with the lead and the basketball. Pressure in the back court. They're on the left side to Wright. Wright with the ball back to Kent. Kent gets across the timeline in traffic. Gets it over to Sprague. Wants to drive down. Gives it back to Melissa Lee. Up and under. Oh, couldn't go down. Maddie Toll the rebound. Up and in.
Toll doing everything right now. 11 points, 5 rebounds, and her size at 6'2" being the key right now for the Lady Owls.
24-11. 13-point lead. Long 3 ball on the way by the lefty, and that is good. Katie Fleming. As she hits the 3 to cut the lead back to 10 at 24-14. Again, pressure. Tech gets out of the back court. Right into the front court. Her pass is too high and goes out of bounds. That went over the head of Maddie Toll. Wright comes out of the ball game, and back into the game for Tech is going to be Gabby Gaston. Front court, Backlund. They get it over on the right-hand side now. Way out on top, and again, Fleming with a shot from there, no good. And the rebound, they're going to say that Olivia Sprague got her on the arm, so the foul will go on Olivia.
It's the 3rd foul on the Lady Owls tonight. Quiet game in the foul department.
And that's kind of nice. Take the ball out, get it in to Hatter. Shot no good. Rebound cleared off by Melissa Lee. They get it in the front court to Gabby Gascon. Back to Sprague. Wants to jump hop. Back to Gascon. Gabby with it. Launches a 3 ball. Perfect. Say if foot was on the line, they'll only give her 2. She has small feet. She couldn't have been on the line. Oh, well, 26-14. Tech the lead. The basketball with Northwest over on this near side. Driving to the hoop is Backlund. No. And a foul is going to go. And this one is going to go against Melissa Lee. Lee will pick up the personal foul. That's her second in the game, so she's going to sit down. And they'll take the ball out. They get the ball into Harder. Now down along the corner from the baseline. Shot on the way by DeShane is no good. Rebound is pulled off by Conley. Gives it up to Sprague. Her pass on the way. Shot, and it is perfect by Ellie Kent. No one ever said that Ellie Kent can't shoot a basketball.
When she gets her feet set, she's as good a shooter as the Lady Owls have.
And driving down, tossing it up, count the basket. Basket is made by Fleming, and the foul is going to go on Maddie Toll. Toll will pick up the personal foul. It's her first. That's 28-16. 14-point lead, cut back to a dozen. And at the line to try, put it up. Fleming hits it. So Fleming right now, the game's got 5. And the lead cut back to 11. Sprague to the front court. Goes left-hand side to Gascon. Back out to Sprague. Sprague in the middle, turn around, the ball taken away from Kent on the turnover. Here comes Northwest the other way. Driving straight down to the foul line. Now they give it back out. Whoa, go over, and there was definitely a foul, offensive foul called against. Boy, one of the, who was that got whacked for the Owls, Mike? I just saw her head have to snap back.
It was Conley.
Conley, wow. So coming out of the game for Oregon Tech is Ellie Kent. And back into the game for Oregon Tech is Alexis Elquist. Gabby terminates her dribble, goes on left-hand side to Little Tull. Now they come back out of top to Gabby. Go over on the left side. Jump shot on the way for about 12 feet. Back iron off, no good by Conley. They get the rebound back, and a shot by Sprague is good for 3. That one, nothing but net for Melissa Sprague. 31-17. We got timeout Northwest with 6:11 remaining in quarter number 2.
From our humble beginning, serving members from a small garage, to today, serving communities across Southern Oregon, Rogue Credit Union was founded on the idea that together, we're stronger. For over 60 years, Rogue has been living, giving, supporting local, committed to lending a hand. Where you're more than just an auto loan or checking account, you're an owner, just like our founders intended back in that small garage in 1956. Living local, it's a Rogue thing.
At Papa Murphy's, we know family time is more important than ever. And our family wants to do all we can to help your family. So we're making it easier to get pizza made from scratch that you bake at home by offering online ordering everywhere and delivery and curbside pickup where we can. So you can keep family time as normal as possible. Papa Murphy's, we're in this together.
7 second chance points. Some big numbers for Oregon Tech as the Lady Owls have already scored 9 off of 7 Northwest miscues and also scored 7, Bobby, on second chance points.
That's super. They've really picked up the play in this game. Long 3 ball looks good and is good by Karen Backlund. And with that, we got timeout Oregon Tech. 6:02 remaining in second quarter. 31-20 Lady Owls.
Quick stoppage there by Paul.
He did not like that. That play annoyed him.
Took about 2 seconds off the clock, Bobby. It's an 11-point lead. See if this possession will be better for Oregon Tech.
All right, coming to the front court is Gabby Gascon. Over to Sprague, back to Gascon. Now they go down low to Maddie Tull. She's in traffic, double team, gets the ball back out. They got on top. Now they get back over. Sprague's going to drive, scoops it in. Great pass right into Tull. You talk about threading the needle, Michael.
Nice, simple pass where they're out of the passing lane. Simple pass, easy result, 13 for Maddie Tull.
33-20 is your score. Driving down, scooping to the hoop and missing the shot was Katie Fleming. Tech the rebound. Gascon coming to the forefront in a hurry. Get it down along the baseline. Shot too hard. It goes over the back. No, get it over in the corner on that last shot that was taken by Conley. Shot on the way for three, and guess who? Olivia Sprague. Sprague hits the three ball. Biggest lead of the night, Mike, with 5:05 remaining in the second quarter. 36-20, 16-point lead for the Lady Owls. Pass down inside. With the basketball is Harder. Now they get it back down. They get it back into Harder, and then they get it back out to the foul line. Shot from the foul line, and it was nothing but net by Harder.
Little two-man game there in the paint. Quick trigger that time by Grace Harder.
Here comes Tech in the key, driving to the hoop, and whistle and a foul. It's going to go against Northwest.
Go on Fleming.
And it was on Fleming. And on Fleming, that's her second personal foul. Coming out of the game is Conley. Coming out of the game is Maddie Tull. Chelsea Ching into the game for the first time. Get the ball over on the far side. Elquist. And long three by Ching. Will not go off the iron. Cleared off by Northwest. Come the other way. And the other replacement that came in for Oregon Tech was Jenna Wallace. All right, look down. Long 15-footer on the way. No good by Backlund. Rebound comes off. Wallace gets it in the middle to Sprague, and over they get it now to Chelsea Ching again on the left wing. Now they get it in the middle. Get it over for Sprague. Here comes another three. Bingo! Olivia Sprague. I mean, you give her that kind of room.
She leads the NAIA in three-point percentage at 58%. She's already 3 of 4 tonight.
Well, the percentage is starting to climb up even more. Northwest in the front court, trailing by 17. That's the biggest lead of the night for Tech. Over on this side, shot on the way by DeShane. No good. Rebound comes down. Wallace has got it. She's knocked to the floor. And the foul is going to go on Emily Strojan. Picks up her second personal foul. Elliott back into the game for Oregon Tech, replacing Elquist. And here comes Gabby Gascon into the front line. Give it over to Ching on the left wing. Back out to Gascon. Now over to Sprague. Back to Gabby. She's going to try a three. That one looked like it was going to be off. It was a little bit. Elliott the rebound underneath. Her shot to put back up. Didn't get to the basket. And rebound came back down to Northwest. And they bring it quickly to the front court. That's Backlund. Backlund way out. Gascon right there, staying there right with her. And Gabby's going to be called for the personal foul.
Bobby, one thing for the fans who are watching tonight on our live stream, be reminded our scorebot is not working right now, unfortunately. So the score says 0-0. It's actually 39-22. We know, we're aware of the issue. Just it's kind of hard when technology doesn't work the way that technology should.
Backlund's first shot is good. She'll have one more. Cuts the lead back to 16. And duplicates, and the lead is 15 at 39-24 with 3:14 to go.
And all she does then is get a seat on
the
bench.
Backlund sits down, and Gallatin comes back into the game.
Bobby Sprague with 11. That's her 11th straight game in double figures.
Tech into the front court. Sprague lobs down along the baseline to Wallace. Her shot is no good. Had to rush it. Rebound picked up by Northwest. They'll come back the other way with 2:55 remaining. Duchesne gets the ball over. Now return pass this time comes over to Collins. Now back out on top. Collins again. Shot good. It's a three ball. 39-27. Lead cut back to 12. for Oregon Tech. Gascon front court, gets it over to Sprague. Sprague drives with the left hand at the foul line, now backs it off. Goes over, now they go back with the ball. And a foul is going to be called, and that one's going to go against, I believe, Gallatin. Will pick up the personal foul. Be non-shooting. 2:22 remaining in the quarter. 39-27 Tech. Sprague will take the ball out, gets it into Gaston. Gascon with it. Now on the right-hand side to Ching. Chelsea drives to the middle, going to go down, wants to lay it up. She's going to be fouled on the play. Foul's going to go against Morgan Marshall, and that's going to be her third foul, Michael. And that's going to send Chelsea Ching to the foul line. Chelsea 2 for 3 on the season at the foul line. Make it 3 for 4. I'm betting on 4 or 5. She can shoot it. 40-27. Chelsea out of Folsom, California. She'll have one more. That one will not go. Rebound cleared off by Northwest. Out of the backcourt comes Duchesne. Duchesne on the dribble to the near side to Arroyo. Back over now out on top with the ball. Now they come back to this side. 3 ball on the back iron, no good. On the shot taken by Collins. Rebound underneath, and here comes Sprague. Sprague to the front court. Drives down the right side. Gets it back out to Ching, and now to Elliott on top. Bingo! Hits the 3. The gal from Springfield hits that 3. Remember that first game of the season, Mike, when she had
16 points.
Yeah, 16 points, and most of them she had 5 threes, I do believe, in the game. Lead is 16 with 1:30 to go. Tech ahead. Ball at the foul line, looking to shoot, doesn't shoot, comes over here, shot on the way, and bingo. And that is a good 3 ball on the way and in by Morgan Marshall, out there playing with 3 fouls. Well, as Mike said, when you only got 9 players, you can't be too picky. Sprague drives. She puts up a little 15-footer of her own and buries it. Olivia Sprague now with 13 points in the game. So Tech with 2 players in double figures. Maddie Toll, who's currently on the bench, and Olivia Sprague. Out on top, Strojan has it. Gives the ball up to Duchesne. Pass down underneath. Looking, gets it way back out. Long 3 ball. In and out of the hopper. Tough roll on the shot taken by Morgan Marshall.
They're going to call foul on the rebound, it looks like.
And it looks like, what did they say, 25?
25.
That's Paige Collins. 45 seconds remaining, first half. 45-30 Tech. So, Gaston and Wallace both out of the game. Back in for Tech now is Kennedy Toll. And also, Maddie Toll came back in. First shot on the way, good by Chelsea Ching. She will have one more. This shot in and out, will not go. Rebound cleared off by the Eagles. Shot over here from this side on the way for 3. Wow, that buried by Backlund. And it cuts the lead back to 13, 46-33 with 30 seconds remaining in the first half, 27 on the shot clock. About a 3-second differential. Chelsea Ching on the dribble, out on top. Goes left-hand side with it to Elliott. Elliott back out on top to Sprague. Now back to Ching on the right wing. Comes way back out on top, down to 10 on the shot clock. Back in the hands of Sprague. Back to Ching. Ching on the dribble, backs it off, down to 6, wants to drive, going to take it to the well, put it up off the glass and down. Chelsea Ching, the freshman from Folsom, and Tech leads at 48-33. Long shot on the way, not good. That will end the first half of play with a score. Oregon Tech 48 and Northwest University 33. We'll take a break and be back.
Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Clown Falls Honda and Clown Falls Subaru. I've lived here my whole life. Most of our employees have lived here their whole life too. Our sales, service, parts, and body shop teams are all staffed with experienced local folks. You know them and they know you. Our dealerships are comfortable and not corporate. Comfortable means we're focused on you. I'm Rob, and I'm glad to know you.
When you think fun, think Clamoya Casino. Deck the halls with cash drawings and win up to $1,000 cash. Win up to $200 cash playing Let It Snow Sunday hot seats. Thursday Magic Elves kiosk, win up to $100 cash. And on Christmas Day, you'll be rocking around the Christmas tree to win up to $200 cash and a silver bar. Stay and play at Clamoya Casino in Chiloquin, where winning comes naturally.
Said I'm all about it. Yeah, I'm all about it. Said I'm all about it. Yeah, 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 yeah. Said I'm all about it. Yeah, I'm all about it. Said I'm all about it. Yeah, 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 yeah,
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Don't stress, just save up to $200 on select tires with financing at our Les Schwab Fall Tire Sale. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Feeding and watering, building, tending, and mending, one foot in front of the other, day after day, season after season. At Coastal, we're proud to say we've walked a mile or two in boots just like yours. That's why our stores are stocked with everything you need by folks who care. Find your store or shop now at coastalcountry.com with shipments to your door, in-store, or curbside. We are Coastal, and we're just what the country needs.
From our humble beginning, serving members from a small garage, to today, serving communities across Southern Oregon, Rogue Credit Union was founded on the idea that together, we're stronger. For over 60 years, Rogue has been living, giving, supporting local, committed to lending a hand. Well, you're more than just an auto loan or checking account. You're an owner, just like our founders intended back in that small garage in 1956. Living local, it's a Rogue thing.
The comfort of home has never been more important, which is why we're committed to delivering affordable, reliable power. Our reliability track record is 99.98%, and we're always working on new and better ways to go even further.
There's a collision happening between science and innovation, environment and technology, thriving together in a place you might not have heard of. But the ones who discover us, they're the originators, working and learning in living labs that produce life-changing results and developing innovations that will change the next millennium. There's a collision happening. Be part of it. Be Oregon Tech.
Friends, back here at Danny Miles Court, Mike Safford, the Hall of Famer Bobby Thompson with you. Oregon Tech on the women's side, leading Northwest 48-33 at halftime. Tech has never trailed in the contest. Oregon Tech jumped out to a 7-2 lead, and then we went 3 minutes without a made field goal. And it was funny because they switched basketballs during that moment. The first 9 points of the game played with one ball. They said, no, let's switch to a different ball. Went 3 minutes without a field goal. Finally, Maddie Toll converted inside, and then the floodgates open for Oregon Tech as the Lady Owls use a 30-15 edge on the glass, including 13 offensive rebounds that they turned into 10 extra points in the big lead here at halftime. And Bobby, Tech finally kind of adjusted offensively against the zone defense that Northwest is throwing at them, and really the big key was getting touches for Maddie Toll inside. She has 13 in the first half.
Yeah, she has 13, and as you said, Olivia Sprague, her big scoring in the first half was almost completely in the second quarter, as she scored 12 of her 13 points in the second quarter.
She was 0 for 2 in the first quarter, 5 for 5 after the break for Olivia Sprague, 13 for her. She comes in averaging 21, which is, she's one of, Bobby, 13 players nationally right now that's averaging 20 or more points on the season. There's not many who are scoring at the clip that she is, but it's also her rebounding, her assists, her steals. Had a couple block shots the other night, and she has, if there was an MVP in the conference right now, despite Oregon Tech being 1-2 in league play, she would be probably at the forefront of that just due to her offensive numbers.
Yeah, she's leading the conference in several categories.
Definitely, and she leads the nation at 58% three-point percentage. And the scary thing about that, Bobby, is she's made nearly 33s this year. So it's not like a small sample size to do so. She has done it with a lot of opportunities. Elsewhere around the conference tonight, we mentioned Southern Oregon and Evergreen. Southern with a big lead at halftime, almost like this one, 39-21. That was over in Ashland. Halftime score, Eastern Oregon, is a game that I thought would be a little more lopsided than it truly is. Eastern leading Warner Pacific 39-27. That is at halftime. And in the second half, that game has now gone final. College of Idaho has knocked off Multnomah by a score of 67-52. So you're caught up on all your scores from around the Cascade Conference on the women's side tonight. Be reminded that the OIT men will look to snap a 3-game losing streak coming up at 7:30 tonight to take on a Northwest University team that is tops in the conference at 3-0. They're one of 3 teams, along with College of Idaho and Warner Pacific, that are currently unbeaten. Bobby and I will take a break, come back, we'll dive deeper into the first half numbers as we are at halftime. The Lady Owls leading Northwest University 48-33. We're back here from Danny Miles Court after this timeout.
It's our biggest car sale of the year. So if you're tired of inflated prices and have been waiting for the right time to buy, well, now is the time. Lithia Ford, Lithia Toyota, and Lithia Dodge and Clement Falls have joined forces to give you the best prices ever this holiday season. Over 350 used vehicles, all priced below KBB retail. And over 150 new vehicles priced at or below MSRP. It's our largest selection of years. Plus, make no payments for 120 days. Don't miss the Lithia Clement Falls Auto Group's biggest car sale of the year.
Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager of Clown Falls Honda and Clown Falls Subaru. I've lived here my whole life. Most of our employees have lived here their whole life too. Our sales, service, parts, and body shop teams are all staffed with experienced local folks. You know them and they know you. Our dealerships are comfortable and not corporate. Comfortable means we're focused on you. I'm Rob, and I'm glad to know you.
Ken Crawford had nothing but praise for you. He's a great guy.
Oh, I've always loved Ken.
he said to me, and he said, "Why are you retiring?"
The comfort of home has never been more important, which is why we're committed to delivering affordable, reliable power. Our reliability track record is 99.98%, and we're always working on new and better ways to go even further.
Back here at Danny Miles Court, we're at halftime. Lady Owls with a 15-point lead. You know, Bobby, you had a chance earlier today to talk with Ken Crawford, the head coach at Northwest. Scary to think that Ken's been at Northwest a decade. I mean, John Van Dyke, our boss here at Oregon Tech, the guy who hired Ken when he was at Northwest. And boy, did Johnny make a great hire in Ken Crawford. He's done things right, has had some very good teams over the years. And, you know, with a roster of 21, they're actually looking, I've heard, at building a junior varsity program to bring more kids into the Northwest program, and exciting things happening there in Kirkland, Washington. Now, if they just only get a bigger gym.
Yeah, they need a bigger gym, and then, of course, the sad thing is that they were, as you said, only able to bring 9.
And it's tough, especially you're playing at altitude like we are right now, trying to play with just 9 kids, and we'll see how this second half goes for the Northwest University Eagles. Northwest 11 of 32 from the field in the first half. They shoot above their season average, Bobby, at 34%, 6 of 20 from three-land. That's also above their season average, and they made 5 of their 6 foul shots. Tech 18 of 39, 46%, 5 of 13 from 3. They made 7 of 10 from the free throw line. We talked about rebounding. 30 to 15 Tech leads, including a 13-4 edge on offensive rebounds. Both teams turned it over 7 times, but Oregon Tech cashed in. 9 points off the miscues, only 2 for the Eagles. Again, Olivia Sprague, Maddie Toll with 13 each to lead the way for Tech. 7 for Gabby Gascon in her first collegiate start. 5 rebounds each for Maddie Toll, Melissa Lee. 4 for Jenna Wallace, 4 for Alex Conley, and 3 for Kaylee Elliott. So the bigs for Oregon Tech definitely doing their job on the block. Kyron Backlund led the way in the first half for Northwest. She had 8. Maya Duchesne with a 7 and 6 for Katie Fleming. We'll take our final timeout at halftime. Come back, second half coming up. Can the Lady Owls move to 2-2 in Cascade Conference play? We'll find out next here on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
These days, you can eat about any kind of pizza in any kind of environment, and that's great. But at Abby's, our customers today want the same things our customers wanted way back in 1964. Delicious pizza, shared with family and friends in a fun, casual setting. If that sounds old-fashioned, that's sort of the point. From our 36 locations, Abby serves the kind of traditional pizza that traditions are made of. Good to the last slice. Abby's, a legendary pizza tradition. Yum.
It's our biggest car sale of the year. So if you're tired of inflated prices and have been waiting for the right time to buy, well, now is the time. Lithia Ford, Lithia Toyota, and Lithia Dodge in Clement Falls have joined forces to give you the best present ever this holiday season. Over 350 used vehicles, all priced below KBB retail. And over 150 new vehicles priced at or below MSRP. It's our largest selection in years. Plus, make no payments for 120 days. Don't miss the Lithia Clement Falls Auto Group's biggest car sale of the year.
Getting set for the third quarter here from Danny Miles Court. Mike Sanford, the Hall of Famer Bobby Thompson with you, and BT. Men's game coming up a bit later on tonight, and an opportunity for the Hustlin' Owls to right the ship and try to get into that Cascade Conference win column.
It is, and of course, as you and I both know, Northwest, they brought in some players, some good ones, 3-0 in the league, first place tie, 3-way tie for first. And it's going to be a ball game. It's going to be a ball game. It's a game that Oregon Tech will feel a lot better if they win.
That is definitely the case. And make sure to flip on over to 92.5 KLAD at the top of the hour. We'll have the Justin Parnell show, and Coach Parnell goes at length talking about the issues that the team has had over the last couple of weeks, and also talking about what the Owls need to do tonight to come away with a victory. We're ready for the second half, Bobby. This is going to be a fun one.
It is. Tech will be going now the opposite way of what they did in the first half. If you're watching on here, if you're listening on the radio, they're going from right to left, and it's the other way around if you're on the vision. All right, Sprague wants to drive down, and we've got a whistle and a foul. Basket will not count. Foul will go against
Maya Duchesne.
So they called it on Duchesne because I said, I don't see a 12 in the game. All right, it was 14. 12 in the game is our Gabby Gascon. Tech with the ball, 11 on the shot clock. Out long three, outside, no good on the shot taken by Alexis Elquist. And coming the other way on the rebound is Katie Fleming. Fleming out on top of the ball, comes over on the near side. Ball knocked away, tipped away by Oregon Tech and picked off. They come the other way. Gabby Gascon 1 against 3. She's going to slow it down, give it out on top. They give it over to Elquist. Now right here in front of us to Sprague. Olivia dribbles, terminates, gets it out to Gascon, drives in, back to Sprague. Sprague's going to launch a 3. Bingo! Olivia Sprague.
She can't miss, Bobby. Unbelievable.
And she now has 16 in the game. And it's 51-33. Largest lead of the game is 18. Long 3 ball to answer. Back of the iron and off. No good on the shot taken by Fleming. Rebound cleared off by Oregon Tech's Maddie Tull. And to the front court comes Tech. Out on top. They're looking around. Comes right in front of the Owl bench to Gascon. Out now to Maddie Tull. Back over again. Sprague drives to the foul line. Jump shot on the way. That one was partially blocked. Got to the rim, but it did not go in, and they come the other way. Driving straight down as Fleming wants to put it up. No, ball taken away, and here comes Gascon the other way. Gabby will slow it down, wait for the pack. Takes a return pass. Now goes over on the right side to Melissa Lee. Lee with the dribble. Pull up, 16-footer. Lee, good. Wow, Melissa Lee. And that is her first basket of the game.
Good to see her hit a mid-range jump shot. She struggled with that shot this season. That's a huge part of her game.
Yeah, because especially her three ball game was really bad. And that's it. That mid-range is perfect for her. Shot on the way. Wow, for 3. And that one is buried by Duchesne. And it's 53-36. The lead is 17. Tech front court. Maddie Tull way out on top. Holds the ball. Now gives it to Elquist. She'll launch a 3. Back iron, no good. Rebound comes over. And up with the basketball is going to be Backlund to bring it out of the back court for Northwest. Here in the third quarter of play. Lobs it down. And it was a good lob, but she couldn't catch up to it. Intended for Harder, and the ball went off of Harder's hand out of bounds. Melissa Lee comes out of the game for Tech. And no, she didn't come out of the game. I looked and said, no, there's no one there. She couldn't have. She was just coming back up ahead of everybody into the forecourt. All right, little Gabby for a 3. This one will not go. The ball knocked out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Maddie Tull. And it will go back to Northwest to the Eagles.
Tech being really consistent, just trying to shoot the jump shot. Have not really tried to work the ball inside to Tull here in the second half.
Dribbling down, Harder puts the ball up, scored.
That was a good move.
Excellent move, and it's 53-38 as they are making a dent in that Oregon Tech lead as they've cut it back to 15. Front court, right here in front of us with the basketball. Sprague drives to the foul line, pass to Maddie Tull. Maddie comes way back out with it. Back to Elquist. Elquist, now they get it back down into Tull off the glass. Down, count the basket, and she'll go to the line. Nice move by Maddie Tull.
Even better pass that time by Gabby Gascon.
Yeah, wasn't that a super pass? Give her the dime. And Maddie, now with 15 in the game, if she hits the free throw, she'll be even with Olivia again. They'll have 16 apiece.
16 her season high.
Shot on the way, good. 16-16 for those two leading scorers. 56-38 Tech. Front court, Northwest. Long three ball on the way, no good by DeShane. Rebound Tech. In a hurry, here comes Maddie Tull gets a lay-in. What a great pass by Sprague. I tell you, Mike, wow.
Used her eyes to look one way, threw it back the other way, and Tech's lead is 20.
And a block shot by Melissa Lee. The ball comes into the hands of Maddie Tull, who will they now get it over to the little one, Gascon, into the front court. Gives it to Melissa Lee. Lee drives, pull up, jump, 15-footer, hits the side of the board, comes down into the hands of Northwest. And into the front comes Marshall. Now they go out on top to Fleming. Fleming goes over on the far side. Now back in the middle to Harder. Harder slips, falls, loses the ball. Picked up by Elliott. Then it's taken away from her. And it goes back to Northwest again. As they ring it around the outside, here's a long three ball on the way, and it is nothing but net for DeShane. It had eyes. It went down, cuts the lead, 58-41. Cut back to 17. It's gone to the front court. Gabby's pass is wide of the mark. Melissa Lee went one way. The ball went another. We got a timeout. We'll be back. Tech by 17.
It's our biggest car sale of the year. So if you're tired of inflated prices and have been waiting for the right time to buy, well, now is the time. Lithia Ford, Lithia Toyota, and Lithia Dodge and Clement Falls have joined forces to give you the best present ever this holiday season. Over 350 used vehicles, all priced below KBB retail. And over 150 new vehicles priced at or below MSRP. It's our largest selection in years. Plus, and no payments for 120 days. Don't miss the Lithia Clement Falls Auto Group's biggest car sale of the year.
These days, you can eat about any kind of pizza in any kind of environment, and that's great. But at Abby's, our customers today want the same things our customers wanted way back in 1964. Delicious pizza, shared with family and friends in a fun, casual setting. If that sounds old-fashioned, that's sort of the point. From our 36 locations, Abby serves the kind of traditional pizza that traditions are made of. Good to the last slice. Abby's, a legendary pizza tradition. Yum.
Bobby Tech here in the second half, 4 of 9 from the field. They've got 18 from Maddie Dole, 16 from Olivia Sprague, and they've got a 17-point lead.
Well, I'll tell you, they've rebounded well from their game against Southern Oregon. They're looking much, much better, for sure. All right, Northwest brings the ball in the front court. Shane gets it out to Strojan, who came in during the last timeout. Now it goes over to Marshall. Marshall back out to Strojan. Now they go inside. Pass it into Harder. Shot on the way, no good. Rebound, scramble for on the floor. And we're going to have the possession remains with Northwest on the held ball.
Good hustle that time from Harder. Diving on the floor, tied up Melissa Lee, and got the Eagles an extra possession.
Get the ball out, shot on the way, about a 16-footer. No good, taken by DeShane. They get the rebound, but it's pulled away by Lee. Melissa Lee goes straight down, gets it ahead to Sprague. Sprague off the glass and down. And give the assist to Melissa Lee. And it's 60-41 Tech. 4:05 remaining here in quarter number 3. And a travel called against Marshall. And the ball will go back over to Oregon Tech.
12th turnover on Northwest tonight.
Back into the game is Gallatin for Northwest. Replaced Marshall. Tech comes to the front court. Olivia Sprague with the ball. Gives it up to Melissa Lee. Drives in, gonna lay it up. Roll around. Oh, would not go down. Lee had the ball momentarily, but it is finally kicked out. Sprague picks up with it. And Olivia will set up the play. Olivia on the dribble. Gonna drive down. Now 8 seconds on the clock. Long three ball on the way. Elliott, no good. Rebound comes off into the hands of Grace Harder. And here comes Northwest the other way. Driving down, Harder drives right to the well and draws water. Cuts the lead back to 60-43. Pass comes down. Melissa Lee has it on the right side. Now way back out on top to Sprague. Sprague calls out the play. Goes to Lee on the right side. Now back out on top to Kennedy Toll. Kennedy's going to drive down, go to the hoop. Her shot is blocked. And the ball came right back down off of Toll and went out of bounds. That was a nice play by Gallatin. And the ball goes back to Northwest. Wallace and Lee both come out of the game for Oregon Tech. Back into the game is Alex Conley. And also back into the game. Oh, was it Maddie Toll?
Maddie Toll.
Okay. Gallatin with the ball. One bounce dribble, goes over out on top with it to Backlund. Shot from the corner for three, and that is a great shot there by Deshane. Deshane now, the game's got 16. Pass down to Conley, little 4-footer, good for Conley. Tech back ahead, 62-46. Northwest cut into that lead a little bit. Had been as many as 20. Now it's 16. Over for another long three, and that one's blocked. Shot was blocked in there by Conley. Conley gets a block on the play. Back into the game is Fleming, and Fleming will replace Paige Collins. Northwest trying to get it in, struggling. Now they do get it into Gallatin. Gallatin wants to drive in the key, no, but she's going to be fouled on the play, and I think it's going to be Elliott. We'll see.
Either Elliott or Conley, one of the two.
And it's going to be Elliott.
One was going for the ball, one was going for the body, and it was Elliott that got too much body.
And the shot on the way, good by Gallatin. Gallatin now in the game, and that's her first point. Second one in and out, no good. Rebound cleared off by Elliott. She'll give it up to Sprague. 2:24 remaining in the third quarter. 62-47 Oregon Tech. Into Maddie Toll. Want to put it high off the glass. It will not go, and the rebound is pulled off by Arroyo. Now they go over on the far side where the ball is Fleming. Now out on top of it is Backlund. Backlund's going to jump up a 16-footer. No. Rebound knocked around, and coming out of the pack with it is going to be Caitlin Elliott. She'll give it up to Sprague, down to 1:50 remaining in quarter number 3 as Olivia brings it into the front court. Olivia's going to drive straight down. Everybody left her, and she just went to the hoop.
What a great just fake that time by Olivia Sprague, and a timeout called by the Lady Owls. 1:41 left here in the third quarter. 17-point lead for the Lady Owls. Back after this.
Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Clown Falls Honda and Clown Falls Subaru. I've lived here my whole life. Most of our employees have lived here their whole life too. Our sales, service, parts, and body shop teams are all staffed with experienced local folks. You know them and they know you. Our dealerships are comfortable and not corporate. Comfortable means we're focused on you. I'm Rob, and I'm glad to know you.
You think fun? Think Clamoya Casino. Deck the halls with cash drawings and win up to $1,000 cash. Win up to $200 cash playing Let It Snow Sunday hot seats. Thursday Magic Elves kiosk. Win up to $100 cash. And on Christmas Day, you'll be rocking around the Christmas tree to win up to $200 cash and a silver bar. Stay and play at Clamoya Casino in Chiloquin, where winning comes naturally.
Sixth time this season, Olivia Sprague has scored 20 or more points. Now with 20 on the night as we welcome you back here, 64-47. Lady Owls have the lead, and back to Bobby.
All right, thank you, Mike. Out of the back court comes Northwest to start quarter number 4. That's Deshane with the ball. Gives it out to Backlund. Now on top. Now they go in the middle. Duchesne has it. Now they flip it over. Gallatin now driving with the ball is Fleming in the corner. They've got 14 on the shot clock. And we're going to have a travel. Forgot to say Mother May I on the play. Backlund called for the travel.
13th turnover for Northwest. Tech scored 14 off those miscues.
Minute and 20 remaining here in quarter number 3. And we've got a whistle and a foul. Foul's going to go against Backlund. And that will be her first personal foul. Kennedy Toll will take the ball out right in front of us. Gets it into Gabby Gascon. Gabby on the dribble, way out on top. Gives it now to Maddie Toll. Maddie holds the ball, gives it back this time right nearest to Ellie Kent. As they go on the weave, Kent tosses it up. Oh, will not go, but a great rebound. Cleared off by Conley. She is an excellent rebounder. Get it back in. Maddie Toll flips it up left-handed. Oh, it will not go. And they say the ball was knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Ellie Kent. It'll go back to Northwest with 47 seconds, so there's still a 17-second difference. Shot clock, game clock here in the third quarter. Into the front court comes Northwest. Dribbling the right-hand side is Backlund. And we've got a whistle and a foul. And they'll put the ball back in play again. Taking the ball out is Duchesne. Gets it out on top to Gallatin. Now back to Backlund. Backlund gets it over left-hand side. Long three, ball on the way. No good, taken by Arroyo. Rebound cleared off by Tech. And to the front court comes Gabby Gascon. She'll set it up. Shot clock is dead. There's 15 seconds on the game clock. Out on top, Kennedy Toll. Now back over here. They lob it into Maddie Toll. They collapse on her. She wants to put it up and in. Wow. Maddie Toll with two people hanging on her. No whistle, but she made it. Yeah, I don't blame her, Mike. Down to 1 second. Shot on the way. No, that'll end the third quarter with a score. Your Lady Owls 66 at Northwest University 47. We'll be back after these messages for the quarter number 4.
It's our biggest car sale of the year. So if you're tired of inflated prices and have been waiting for the right time to buy, well, now is the time. Lithia Ford, Lithia Toyota, and Lithia Dodge and Clement Falls have joined forces to give you the best prices ever this holiday season. Over 350 used vehicles, all priced below KBB retail. And over 150 new vehicles priced at or below MSRP. It's our largest selection of years. Plus, and no payments for 120 days. Don't miss the Lithia Clement Falls Auto Group's biggest car sale of the year.
There's a collision happening between science and innovation, environment and technology, thriving together in a place you might not have heard of. But the ones who discover us, they're the originators, working and learning in living labs that produce life-changing results and developing innovations that will change the next millennium. There's a collision happening. Be part of it. Be Oregon Tech.
Bobby, in that third quarter, Oregon Tech shoots 8 of 19, 42%. For Northwest, 5 of 15, 33%. Sprague and Toll both with 20 tonight to lead the Lady Owls.
Oh, man, that is amazing stat right there. Both shooting lights out. All right. Tech puts the ball in play. Gaston has the ball. Get it out on top. And the pocket is picked on Ellie Kent.
Wait to see what the call is.
So Conley is called, well, Kennedy Toll, 22. Yeah, Kennedy Toll is called for the personal foul. And the ball Northwest into the front court. Get it way out long, three ball on the way, over and off on a shot taken by Backlund. And the foul will be called against Harder. Picks up her third personal foul. Sprague comes back into the game, and Gabby Gascon will sit down. Sprague comes into the front court. Gives it up to Conley. Now back over. The basketball goes to Kent. Now down low. Put it up. Shot no good.
How's there not a
she
foul?
was hammered. Tull was hammered and no whistle at all. Now a ball was knocked away by Conley and picked up coming the other way by Ellie Kent. Good defense effort. Kent puts the ball up. Count the basket, and she'll go to the line. So the foul's going to go against Corinne Backlund. And for Backlund, that is going to be her second personal. Maddie Tull comes out of the game for Tech. Coming back in to the game, Jenna Wallace. As Kent will try to complete the three-point play and does. And now the biggest lead of the game, Michael. 22 points.
That's a big effort right there for Oregon Tech. Now the key is to just continue to try to extend it here in the fourth.
Back over right-hand side, ball into the corner. Long three ball on the way over and off on the shot by DeShane, but it's put back up and in by Harder. Now down, nice pass down to a wide open Jenna Wallace. Somebody forgot she was even in the game. Well, we're supposed to be guarding her, and it's back up to 22. To the front court. Here come the Eagles. Backlund. Now they go down low. Now they get it out on top. Long shot by the lefty. When you see the lefty, you know that's Fleming. Shot no good, but to get the offensive board, to get it back out to Fleming. She's going to drive down, roll to the hoop. Shot goes over. No good. But getting the rebound and putting it back up, and that shot's no good, was by Arroyo. And now we have a jump ball. The possession arrow will remain with Northwest. Maddie Tull will come back in for Tech and replace Jenna Wallace. And also coming back in will be Elquist, and she'll replace Ellie Kent. And Melissa Lee comes back in, and also coming out is Kennedy Tull. Northwest puts the ball back in play. Get it into Fleming. Now long three ball on the way. Looks good and is good by DeShane. Maya DeShane hits the three, and DeShane's got 19 points. She's been a one-man gang, Mike Safford.
Yes,
I
she
tell
has.
you. Tech with the ball. Way out on top now is Sprague. Sprague gets it over to Melissa Lee. Lee drives down along the baseline. Nice pass to Maddie Tull, and she's fouled on the play, but what a great bounce pass by Melissa Lee.
Just simple, easy pass to the baseline, and easy points for Maddie Tull.
Tull now in the game with 22, trying to make it 23, and she does. 74-52, back to a 22-point lead for Tech. 7:50 remaining in the game. Front court come the Eagles. Fleming again, long three, no, won't go. Rebound comes down nicely to Conley. Gives it over to Sprague. Sprague long lead pass to Melissa Lee. Drives straight down, turns, put up a 10-footer, bank it off the board. Melissa Lee now with 4 in the game. And the biggest lead of the game at 24, 76-52. Northwest front court. They get it into Strojan. Now they go over, get along the baseline. Get it way back out on top again to Fleming. Now over for another three ball, and it is buried again by DeShane. DeShane in the game, sitting there after that bucket. 22 points. One shy of what Maddie Tull has with her 23, and sitting there on 20 is Sprague. Timeout Oregon Tech. 6:57 remaining in the game. 76-55 Lady Owls.
From our humble beginning, serving members from a small garage, to today, serving communities across Southern Oregon, Rogue Credit Union was founded on the idea that together, we're stronger. For over 60 years, Rogue has been living, giving, supporting local, committed to lending a hand. Well, you're more than just an auto loan or checking account. You're an owner, just like our founders intended back in that small garage in 1956. Living local, it's a Rogue thing.
Thanks Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Don't stress, just save up to $200 on select tires with financing at our Les Schwab Fall Tire Sale. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Bobby, a 23-point night for Maddie Toll, a new career high for her. Her previous best was a 22, and Tech with two players above 20 tonight. Olivia Sprague with 20 as well. That doesn't happen very often.
No, it does not. Nice to see. All right, ball comes into Sprague. Now back over to Lee on the left wing. Back to Sprague on top. Sprague holds the ball. Now goes over to Conley. Conley on the drive. Now gives it back over to Maddie Toll. Brings it back out to Sprague. Back now with the ball is Elquist. Now over to Lee. Launches a three. Over and off. Will not go. Maddie Toll rebound up. No good. Rebound tipped over. Lee's got it. That was kind of either a foul or a jump ball, one or the other. I think it's going to be a foul. And the foul is going to go against Paige Collins. That'll be her second.
I think it's free throws for Tech. I think they said Lee was in the act of shooting.
I will certainly agree on that.
Lee 6 rebounds, 4 points tonight. Toll now with 7 rebounds on the evening.
Alyssa Lee, first shot on the way, good.
Tech 11 of 14 from the line tonight. Again, very good free throw shooting team for the Lady Owls.
Alyssa Lee ready, deep breath, second shot, good again. Biggest lead of the game, Mike, 23. 24, no 23, 78-55.
Other scores, Bobby, Southern blowing out Evergreen 61-31, Eastern blowing out Warner Pacific 76-44.
And that shot up and in on the shot by Marshall. Marshall gets the bucket, fouled on the play. And the shot on the way, good, three-point play. That last foul had been on Olivia Sprague.
No foul trouble for Oregon Tech tonight.
Nope, that was just her second. Ball over, now comes back out to Sprague. Now here comes Melissa Lee, goes right in the middle, now back out to Sprague. Back over, driving down, lean in, put the ball up, shot is up. It is no good by Conley. Ball knocked out and last touch by Northwest. It'll go back to Oregon Tech. 6:02 remaining in this game. 78-58. 20-point lead for Tech. Biggest has been 23. Out on top, Sprague comes near side with it to Conley. Back to Sprague. Sprague looking, goes over to Melissa Lee on the far side. Back out to Sprague. Sprague's going to drive in, bounces down low into Elquist. Turn, put up, 12-footer, back iron, no. Rebound cleared off by Harder. Come the other way for Northwest. Grace Harder quickly down the court. Looking, now goes in the corner. Now they give the ball up to Deshane. Back over in the corner for a long three, and that one is a nice shot, and it was buried on the play, and that was by Arroyo Sanchez. Cuts the lead to 17. Tech front court playing catch out here. Well, here's a long three ball. Sprague back of the iron and off. And the rebound is cleared off by Northwest, and they come the other way in a hurry. Back out, foul line. Now they get it over. Lines up for another three on the way, and it looked like partially blocked. No harm, no foul. Tech the rebound with 4:55 to go, coming back the other way. Olivia Sprague to the front court. Sprague goes on the right-hand side with the ball to Conley. Back to Sprague. Sprague drives down, switches hands, and lays it in.
Oh,
what a move. Michael, what a move.
In midair, went from right hand to left hand, high off the window. That is your play of the night.
80-61. Sprague now 22. You got Toll with 23. That's 45 of the 80 points belong to those two ladies. Northwest front court. They're not giving up. They're playing hard. Both teams. Conley tied her up. And now I think they're going to call a foul. Conley had the ball. And she's going to be fouled on the play by Grace Harder. And for Harder, that is her fourth personal foul. Elquist comes out of the game, and back into the game for Oregon Tech's Kaylee Elliott. And back in the game is going to be Gallatin, and Gallatin will replace Harder, who's going to sit down for a few minutes here with 4 fouls. First shot on the way is no good by Conley. She'll have one more. Second shot is good. 1 of 2 for Conley. She's now got 7 points in the game. 20-point lead, Tech, 81-61. Front court they come. Out on top, long 3. Taken, shot no good by Arroyo Sanchez. And we have the ball knocked out by Northwest. Tech will put it in play. 4:01 left. Tech is going to even their record at 2-2 in the Cascade Conference League play. Foul line shot, a no good by Elliott, who didn't want to go down. Rolled around, popped off, and coming the other way is Fleming. Gets it over. Now the pass comes out on top to Backlund. Backlund now back to Deshane. Deshane over with it to Arroyo. Now they go over for a long 3-ball from the left side. Nothing but net for Backlund. Wow. Nice shot. Cuts the lead back to 17. 81-64. 3:25 to go in the game. Tech in the front court. Lee's got it. Out on top to Sprague. Sprague looked to shoot. Did not do it. Now gets it over on the far side to Conley. Now back to Sprague. They're running clock. They run down right. They're down to 10 now. Now they get it to Melissa Lee. Drives baseline, and she's going to be called for an offensive foul. She brought that right arm up and just decked the opponent, and hitting the deck was Katie Fleming on the charge.
Easy call right in front of us.
Oh, that was, I mean, even a guy that can't ref like me could get that one, Mike. I tell you. 17-point lead, 3 minutes remaining in the game. Basketball in the hands of Northwest. They got a long way to try to catch up in this one. Looks like it would be nearly impossible. Long 3-ball on the way, and that one is no good. Taken by Backlund. Rebound cleared off for Oregon Tech by Elliott. Get it up to Sprague. Sprague into the front court on the dribble. Now gives it to Elliott. Comes near side with it. Now back to Sprague for a 3-ball. Front of the iron, no good. Rebound cleared off. And with the ball is Conley. And Conley's going to be fouled on the play. Foul is going to go against Corinne Backlund. Will pick up the personal foul. And Conley will go to the line to shoot 2. First shot, Conley, good.
8 for her. That's equals a season high. 10 is her career high. Came way back in her freshman year.
Second one good again, so she's got 9. A real track star here at Oregon Tech was Alex Conley. All right, Melissa Lee comes out of the game, and so she'll rest up for tomorrow night. And Kaylin Wright comes into the game out of Burns. Played earlier in the first half. Ball in the front court. Now for a long 3 from way out on top. No good by Backlund. Rebound cleared off by Maddie Toll. Long pass ahead with the ball. Putting it up, but the shot will not go for her. That was Caitlin Wright. They get the rebound. They bounce it back to her. She wants to put it up. No good. She gets the ball back. And now we have a whistle, and they're going to call 3 in the key. And the ball will go back over to Northwest with 2 minutes remaining. 83-64. Oregon Tech. Front court, Backlund. Backlund passes down low with the ball to Gallatin. She shoots from the baseline, no good. Rebound cleared off by Elliott. Give it to Sprague. And Olivia brings it to the front court. Right-hand side to Wright. Pass intended. And the ball went the wrong way for Wright from where she thought the player was going. And now sitting down is Conley. Also sitting down is Maddie Tull. And into the game for Oregon Tech, we see whether Kennedy Tull came back in. Now Chelsea Ching's going to come into the game. She played in the first half. She's going to replace Olivia Sprague. And what a great game Olivia Sprague had, Mike.
Just great numbers all the way up and down her stat line.
She and Maddie Tull were really the leaders of the pack, bar none. All right, front court with 1:25 to go. Northwest has the ball. Holding on to it is Collins. Gets it down to DeShane, down low, and now for a long shot from the corner, over and off on the 3-ball by Fleming. But they get the rebound. Now another 3-ball, over and off, this time by DeShane. Scramble for the rebound, and they got the ball, and we foul them, and they'll go to the foul line.
Paul Poach is going to say, grab the ball. The ball was just pinballing around. Nobody went up, valued the basketball, and went and grabbed it.
Foul goes on Caitlin Wright, and at the line to shoot 2 will be Paige Collins. First shot is good, coming back in for Oregon Tech. If she gets the chance here, she certainly will have the chance if the second foul shot is made. Collins' second shot, no good, so she may be sitting there for the next minute and 6 seconds watching the game in front of at center court. Long 3-ball over and off. Rebound, want to be put it back up. No harm, no foul. Hitting the deck on that one was Fleming. Tech gets the rebound in the back court. Chelsea Ching will bring it out of the back court with 49 seconds to go. Ching has the ball, dribbling way out at the top of the key. Get the gals moving around. Pass over to Wright. Wright holds it down to 37, but there's no 8 left on the shot clock. Driving inside, want to turn around. Kennedy Tull, high off the glass, no. Rebound tipped out of bounds, and last touch by Oregon Tech's Caitlin Wright. It'll go back to Northwest with 28.5 seconds to go in the game. Elliott comes out of the game for Oregon Tech. Jenna Wallace comes back in to replace her for the last 20-some seconds. As the Eagles running the ball down. It's the game clock all. There is no shot clock left. It is long gone, Charlie. Foul is going to go against Caitlin Wright. Picks up the personal foul. And at the line will be Katie Fleming, the lefty. Shot on the way, good by Fleming. Cuts the lead back to 83-66. And she'll have one more, makes that one as well, does Fleming. She now has 8 in the game for Northwest. And Czech brings it to the front court, and they will just probably, shot on the way, no good, in and out of the hopper on the shot that was taken by Ellie Kent. They come back the other way, and that'll do the ball game. As Oregon Tech wins it by a score of 83-67. When we come back, we'll have the player of the game, or players. It may be players this time on a game tonight. But that's your final score. We'll take the